0, 1.
Let's get started.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the vlog Car Connections. Yep. So what you see in front of you is the new 2025 Hyundai IONIQ 5 in N. N, in case some of you guys are new to electric, this is a full electric car, by the way. But if you're new, N is Hyundai's division, which is performance division, basically. And just to give you a quick history on N, is basically in a nutshell, to keep the story short, is some of the folks from from BMW were poached. One of those guys being the head guy of the M series that BMW makes. And Hyundai poached that guy, and that guy, of course, brought in some of the top talent from BMW over to Hyundai. I don't know, about 3, 4, 5 years ago, and the new division was created under N, which is right after MN. Interesting, but that's what's going on with this car. So they have some really sharp guys and girls that have engineered this car that have a very, very strong pedigree. This will not be a full review of the car. It's just a quick, if you want to call it, Reader's Digest for my older folks on the car. I've had the car literally about 2 days, and I took her to work today. One thing I just want to call out really quick on the car, there's a lot of comparisons with this car, specifically around its handling and the ride feel around, to the point that people are comparing how the car feels and rides to that of a literally Porsche or Porsche Taycan. And I will tell you that the Porsche Taycan still handles and rides better. There is no doubt Porsche continues to build best-in-class vehicles, and they have the heritage and they have the top talent there that hasn't been poached. And what I will tell you, and now having this for a day, and again, this is the reason why I don't want to do a full review. I'll have that more in about 2-3 weeks as I get past my honeymoon phase and really call out how the car really drives and feels. I would say when it comes to driving and handling and suspension and steering feel and all the stuff that you can think from a performance perspective, this does have more power than this. This does 0 to 60. This is the GTS in about 3.2 seconds. This does it in about 2.9 seconds. This also beats that in the quarter mile. This costs around $68,000 before any type of incentives and discounts. This costs closer to $160,000. So I want to just set that premise real quick, because for what has Hyundai did with this vehicle relative to Porsche, and the value, again, that you're getting for this car is tremendous. Again, lots of performance, lots of power, but, there's always a but. It does not handle and ride like a Porsche. I get all these guys saying that about this car, and again, I've owned Porsche Taycan. This is the third one I own, guys. And I'm gonna say this is about 80%, maybe 85% to what that feels like. Which, to me, it's a huge accomplishment from the Hyundai Performance N division, and it's a huge pat on the back for the guys and girls out there, because they have put out a quality, lots of value for the performance car. No doubt. I'm gonna keep this very short. I'll do a full review, but a couple of things just to call out. You do get the bigger brakes on the end. You get a lot more horsepower. I just talked about the 0 to 60, over 640 horsepower with the boost. You have 21-inch wheels all the way around, with 275s all the way around, which means what's cool about that is you can actually rotate the tires. They're not staggered. This also has it is an SUV. It looks like like that VDW hatchback. It is much bigger than that, guys. They call it an SUV. That's what they label it. But to me, it's just a big hatchback. And it's extremely roomy inside and extremely roomy in the front. And what makes this car extremely unique, and again, we'll review it later down the road, is it makes engine noises. It's augmented reality at its fullest. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I am actually enjoying that. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I think Hyundai, you know, is starting to crack the code on that. You know, I know Dodge is building the new Charger and it's gonna have augmented sounds, and some people like it or not. You know, again, I've said it before, electric cars are the way of the future, and the future's around us, guys. And so either you're gonna jump on board or you're gonna drive these old, you know, older classic cars that are just not gonna be, call it, fuel efficient, but you'll still get grandfathered in, because I love classic cars. My favorite car is a 69 Camaro, as you guys know that follow the channel. But going back to this car, you know, this is where electrification is going, and I do believe that other cars in the industry will start to produce cars with probably better performance, better handling, and at a more affordable rate. That's important. Affordable is important. $68,000, guys, is still not affordable. That is a lot of money. Once you add tax, title, and license, you're pushing $74,000. That's one, already expensive. Two, for a Hyundai to be $74,000. Yeah, some people might think that's insanity. Now, I'll go over the deal later and details of what I got, what I decided to do with this vehicle, and how am I gonna enjoy it, and so on and so forth. So I just wanted, again, keep it very high level, talk about some high level performance points like I just did. Love the color, by the way. I was looking between this and there was like a matte blue and a matte gray, and this, I know it might look red, guys, but it's actually orange, and it has a really nice bite of glitter inside. And just to end it with range, the Porsche Taycan does around 250-mile range on 100% full charge. This does about the same thing, and there's also different formats such as Eco, Sport, and so on and so forth. Of course, the more sporty and the more adjustments you do it, just like the Porsche, you get less efficiency. All right, guys, so there you have it. I'm gonna close this out. Please stay tuned. One thing I do wanna add before I even go in here is the car does turn on. It's programmed to my iWatch or my phone, and so I can go anywhere keyless. You press this right here, it opens a car. Right now it's doing it because I guess I'm on the phone, and so it's unlocking it. But normally I just walk by with my watch, I'll unlock it. But real quick, just to give you a little bit interior shot, I'll back up. Really nice ambient lighting. Great, comfortable Recaro seats. The ends do light up. You can't see it. Maybe you can see some of the ambient lighting. Full digital display that you can adjust to make it your own. Lots of buttons. You know, I will tell you this, and I'll end with this before I go into a deeper dive on the car. One of the big concerns that a lot of people have with this car, specifically reviewers that, again, only review them for like 2 days, or they have it at some type of event that Hyundai is, you know, hosting, and the guys get to drive these cars, call it for, you know, an hour or two, and they start saying how the infotainment in the car is extremely complicated. There's too much, and there's too much going on. I will tell you, I've had this car for, again, a little bit over 2 days, and the more I use it, the more simplified it gets. So what I'm trying to get to is, don't just get discouraged by the technology in the car. Instead of, how about you buy the car? If you love it, test drive it. Of course, I think you'll fall in love with it, but I think what you're gonna find out with time, call it 2-3 weeks, you'll get the settings right where you want it, and you will know where everything is at and what you wanna do. So that's it, guys. Again, I'll go over a broader review, in-depth review, driving impressions, and so on and so forth. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please stay tuned. More to come to the channel, and as always, peace.
0, 1. Let's get started.